celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. Photo now, photo now, photo now. But for now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more.
Yes, my peoples, man. Come on, man. Back again. What's crazy is I actually done the Matchday vlog. I've done the Matchday vlog, but Old Trafford weren't having it, bruv. They said, yo, no GoPros. So they didn't even let me get in with it. But I've done it on my phone, but it wasn't looking the most quality. So I didn't even post it. But yeah, I was at the Arsenal game. And yeah, man, you lot let me know what you lot think about the Arsenal game, how it went. If you lot expected more, etc. Would you lot happy with the result? Obviously, no one was happy, but a lot of people are taking positives from the performance, if anything. So you lot let me know how you feel, man. You get me? Obviously, I've got some stuff about Ornstein. I've got all the latest news. You know this stuff don't stop, my peoples. So yeah, so hit up the likes whilst you're in here. Make sure you hit the likes on your way in. Comment, whatever. Subscribe if you're new. Let's get straight into it, man. Obviously, we got some news. The boy Freedom Fighter still doesn't want to go. This geezer, I don't know what he wants, mate. Literally, he's confusing everyone. I don't think anyone knows what he wants anymore. Yeah, he's turned down Chelsea, Napoli, Juventus has stalled. Now we got Roma. He's saying he's not gonna accept Roma. So Fabrizio Romano, he's come out today, big dog, and said, yo, Jadon Sancho's agent also informed Roma of their decision not to accept the proposal. Sancho wants to consider other clubs. What other clubs though? You want to consider other clubs? What other clubs are in for you, big man? So he wants to consider other clubs, and Roma will now look at different options. Man United hope for similar proposals to follow, around 20 million as they was prepared to accept. We wanted to accept that 20 million. We was cool with that. We'll accept the 20 million. That's cool. See you later. See you in a bit. But he's not on it. Just like he went with everyone else, he's not on it again. He just always comes down. I don't know if it's the wages or it's the ambition. Like Roma's not in Champions League, so maybe he's looking at it like that. I don't know, but Napoli weren't good enough for him. Fenerbahce. Who else was there? Chelsea, Napoli, Fenerbahce, and now Roma. How much more clubs have to be added onto this list? So Fabrizio's come out and said Jadon Sancho's agent informed Roma of their decision not to accept the proposal. Sancho wants to consider other clubs' proposals, and Roma will now look at different options. Man United hope for similar proposals to follow, around 20 million as they were ready to accept. So we wanted to accept the 20 million. If anyone else has got 20 million and you want the Freedom Fighter, come and get him. More on Jadon Sancho. Besiktas called 2 weeks ago to ask for deal conditions, but since then, no fresh contacts took place. Besiktas remain willing to match Man United's asking price, but Sancho is not accepting a move to Turkey. You see what's crazy here? Sancho's being so picky, this geezer. He's messing up everything for himself and everyone else. And remember something. If it gets to the September the 1st, that deadline finishes, you lot got to remember, Turkish league is still open and Saudi. So the Turkish league and Saudi does not end when our transfer window ends. So they can still come and get one of these players. So we'll just remember that. That's why he's saying no right now to a Turkish team. But I feel like if it gets to the 31st of August, he doesn't get his move, then he might consider it. That's the situation. Remember, as it says on the bottom, look at it. It says it can be an option only later on, with Turkish market closing on September the 12th. So the Turkish market is still open for 12 days after R1 slam shot. So he can still end up moving, but he might end up moving after he's realized, you know what, no European clubs want me. It's cool. I'm going to have to go for someone. And then, yeah, basically just said the same thing from Sky Sports. Sancho's now unlikely to join Roma. Roma made bid for 20 million. Manchester United and Sancho spoke to the club. He wants to explore other options. Told it had nothing to do with personal terms. Mate, they're not in Champions League. Maybe he has got some ambitions and aspirations where he's saying, I want to go play somewhere that's going to be on TV and people are going to watch me. I don't know. Roma would have been a good move, but Juventus was a good move. What's happened with that? That's just gone out of nowhere. He was chatting to Juventus. Napoli came in first. McTominay, De Bruyne, you had it all there, and he didn't want to go there. So we don't know what's going on with this guy. No one knows what he wants. He's going to, obviously, he'll leave for free next year. So we can't even send him on loan. It has to be a loan obligation. Not no Chelsea obligation where they can opt out, a proper obligation. But Roma looked like it was the most nailed on. This is the first bid we've even had for any player. This is the first bid. 20 million, we'll take him now. Go. And he's on a joke thing. He's on a joke thing. Obviously, remember, we agreed terms with Roma, so the club thing was sorted. But he's come out today and said, I'm not on it. I don't want my freedom yet. If I want my freedom, I don't want it to be at Roma. So we'll see, man. Big up yourself, Harvey, man. Hope you're well. I'm all good, man. I'm good, man. Big up yourself. How are you, Harvey? Mitch, Salvio, we say, my guy. We should have won. I know, man. I know. If you don't watch the game, let me know what you don't think about the game yesterday, man. Like I said, man, like it was a good performance. And obviously, we just need to see what we saw yesterday. They need to just get into it and get more into it and get more clinical with it. And then we should be all right throughout the season. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I think we did create, but the defense was very good. Good goalkeeper. Bayern there, not good. Bayern there's trash. I've been telling you like this for ages. Bayern there is the worst out of a bad batch. Onana is the best out of a bad batch. And Onana's trash. See, this is what I'm trying to say. We're just stuck. We're just in a mad situation. Lammens, when I get into Lammens in a minute, I've got some stuff about goalkeepers, guys. Remember, I told you that there's a lot to talk about. This is only the beginning. We've got Sancho stuff. Ornstein's come out and spoke. We've got the goalkeeper situation as well. We've got players there. Don't worry. We're going to get into it all. Metric community. Man United, big up yourself, man. Come on, man. Big up the whole Metric community. Make sure you are hitting the likes, my peoples. Hit the likes. Subscribe if you're new. We do this every day. Man's back on properly now. I know I took a little time off, but I'm back. So disappointed today. Expected Sancho, Roma, rejection, Chelsea. Let's get serious and buy Ghana and Rasmus. Napoli. Yeah. I've been seeing these little links still. Rasmus to Napoli, something that's brewing now. So we'll see, man. Chelsea are waiting. Obviously, remember, the window closes in what, 15 days? No, shorter than that, like 12 days or something, 11 days. So the fact that the window's closing soon, now the people are trying to come in and get their little deals. Closer to the deadline day, everyone's going to go. And all the freedom fighters are getting linked with moves now, even Malacia. We're going to get into all of that. I've got all of that. Don't worry. We say, Martin, you good? I'm easy, man. I'm easy. Bayern nails, loose hands, a Percy thought, yeah, look at what you done with Morgan Rogers that time. It's the same thing, just slipped out of his hands. Bro, they both just think. Maybe Amorim sees what we can't see. Bro, Onana wasn't fit, apparently. Onana was never fit anyway. He's only trained 4 times. So out of Bayern and Tom Heaton, it's still a shit choice, bro. Some people say Tom Heaton's better, but Tom Heaton can't kick to save his life. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's all just mad. Even though we lost yesterday, I'm really happy. A lot of people are happy with the performance, though. Which is better than winning shit. We could have won that game ugly. Everyone would be like, bro, nothing's changed. We're going to finish 10th. But we lost, and it was a good performance. I get it. You get it. But obviously, I would have rather to have won or got a point. Any midfielders in coming. I'm going to get into that in a minute. We've got some Hjulmand links, Wharton, all of this stuff. We're going to get into it. Ornstein's come out and spoke. You get me? So we're going to get into everything. Don't watch nothing. But yeah, my peoples, man, make sure you like hitting the like button. This is the stuff about Sancho, man. This geezer, man, he's stressing me out, man. Every time I talk about him, it's always some negative stuff, man. I never come here and he's ready to go. Yep, Sancho's gone, etc. It's always negative. He's not agreeing wages. He's not. It's just a joke thing. Mitch been saying for time. Listen, I've been telling you, lot, this guy's trash. I've been telling you, lot, Bayern there is trash. Everyone saw one game from him against Arsenal in the FA Cup and got excited. Bro, he does this all the time. Remember, Son scored a corner from him. And you got to remember, if Calafiori never even touched it, it would have went in anyway. Rice would have scored a corner yesterday. Son's already done that. So this is what I'm saying, man. This is normal, man. This is normal stuff from Bayern, man. I already told you that. He is finished, mate. Yeah, he's just second in command, so it has to happen. Let's get into some more of the news anyway, man. Let me get this last comment before I get into the rest of the stuff. Are we even going to sign anyone for midfield and goalkeeper? I'm going to get into it right now, Avrap. Don't worry. So we got Ornstein that's come out and said, boom. I'm not sure the links to Hjulmand and Adam Wharton will come to fruition. That's basically saying I'm not sure it will come to anything. But then he breaks it down a bit more and he says, if Man United bring in an alternative number 6 to Belieber, because that is the one on the agenda. However, if they do at that expense, that may affect the Belieber pursuit in the future. They've been linked to Hjulmand from Sporting Lisbon and Adam Wharton from Palace. I'm not sure that those will come to fruition. So he's basically saying they've been linked to these people, but I don't know how true that is. That's what he's basically saying to break it down for those that don't know what that means. So he's saying, I don't know how true that is. I don't know if that's going to come to anything, etc. But you got to remember something. Casemiro leaves next year. So if Belieber's allowed to leave next year, this is looking like a next year deal. This is not looking like a a this year deal anymore. It's looking like it's going to happen next year. Fabrizio came out and said it. I think it was yesterday. He said it. Someone else said it as well. Like, it's looking like they'll really end up getting Belieber if they go for next year, but they will have to still pay the money. So we still got to come out here and pay the big bucks. It's not going to go down anymore. It'll probably get even more expensive. But yeah, Belieber's looking like a next year thing. And then obviously Lowy Whitwell says on the midfield, so I wouldn't rule it out, but I get the feeling that Belieber was the one that they were going trying and do. I don't know if they will go for an alternative. He's not sure if we're going to go for someone else. And this is what a lot of people are saying, that they think we're just going to end up waiting for Belieber. My thing is, Collier's gone on loan. So why don't you go and get someone cheap? Everyone keeps talking about this Agumi guy, Agumi from Sevilla, whatever. Go and get someone like that, or a Hayden Hackney or something. They're cheap. And then next season, when Casemiro goes, you could just turn around and get Belieber. 350k wages, you know what I mean? Like, so it just makes more sense. But it's seeming like they just want to wait for Belieber and say, yeah, let's get Belieber. That's our guy. We're not going to go and interrupt it. And to be honest, when you actually think about it, though, we have got loads of midfielders. As much as they're not the best midfielders, whatever, but we've got loads. We've got two positions, Casemiro and Bruno playing. That position, Mainu can play there. Casemiro, Bruno, Ugarte, Collier's gone on loan. Kone's injured, but you've still got players that can play there. Mason Mount can play there as an 8. That's 5 players alone. I'm probably missing someone out. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? So we've got players that can play in that position. 5 players for 2 spots, and we've only got 1 game a week. Remember that, guys. So this is what I'm saying, man. I think it's going to be a next season thing where we go mad for it, man. I don't think we're going to go mad and get a midfielder, but we're linked to a few. We keep getting linked to some, and it's easy to link us to some anyway, because if you see what's going on, when you watch Man United games, everyone watches it. You don't think the journalists ain't watching it. The journalists are watching the games and saying, oh my God, they really need a midfielder. Wake up in the morning, all right, they're linked with Hjulmand. Oh, they're linked with, it's easy. It's easy to link us with anyone. Hjulmand used to play for Sporting. He used to be the captain, etc. Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But Ornstein's come out and said he's not sure about these links, because the Hjulmand thing is what's been going crazy since Belieber's been off the market. Since Belieber's been shut down, every single day, man's coming here and it's Hjulmand. Ornstein, he's the number 1 for me. I don't know about no one else. I think Ornstein's the number 1, and he said it's a myth. It's not happening. It don't seem like it's happening anything. You don't even know where it's coming from, to be honest. And then obviously with Belieber, we'll see what happens with Belieber, but it's looking like a next season thing. But we just hope that nobody else is involved as us, because a lot of people might end up being involved. That's the situation with Belieber. Liverpool still need a 6. They went for Zubamendi, turned them down. They started paying Gravenberch, but they might still want a 6. And if they've got their team complete, they get Isaac this season. All they need is a 6 next season. Who else would they need? If they get Mark Guy, Goyi, whatever his name is, and Isaac, they're pattern. So we'll see, man. We'll see. That's the stuff about Belieber. Let me get a few of these comments and then we'll get into the next stuff. There's bare stuff to talk about. I'm going to sign someone. Arsenal is roadkill next time we meet them, man. Full time for them. Yeah, man. We need to move to them, man. I was confident we was going to beat them. I don't know what happened, but I thought we was going to beat them, man. We just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net, man. 2 days ago, we were so active in the transfer window. Now what we're trying to do is get someone for midfield and goalkeeper. Well, you got to remember, that's exactly what happened with Liverpool as well. Liverpool went in for Zubamendi. He turned them down. They never signed no one that season. Sometimes you just got to go for your target. If it don't work, you just go for whatever else. So I don't know, man. I hear what you're saying, though. We're definitely in for a midfielder. You can see it. We're putting all our eggs in one basket with Belieber. We tried, innit? So we're in for it. We was in for a goalkeeper. We went in for Martinez. So this is what I'm saying. There's so much things. It's just like, are we really in for it? And you'll hear reports saying otherwise, but you don't understand. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me get into the next stuff as well, man. Like I said, there's loads to talk about. I've got, I like Hjulmand, Donnarumma, United is better. This guy's funny. Foul amount, penalty, and a booking an extra, but nothing added. Bro, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Like, that penalty was definitely a penalty, by the way. Saliba on Cunha. That was definitely a penalty. But it's cool. It is what it is, isn't it? Obviously, yeah, I saw the foul amount as well. But they've been doing this for ages. Arsenal do this. This is what Arsenal does. Their set-piece thing is just some rugby thing where they all block you out and they do mad stuff. Like, it's crazy. But it is what it is, isn't it? It's happened now. Man, they're going to sit down and be like Arsenal fans, isn't it? That's what they do. They chat about it. What's the what situation or story? This is it right here. This is what Ornstein's come out and said this. He said this yesterday. Ornstein said, I'm not sure the links to Hjulmand and Adam Wharton will come to fruition. So he's basically trying to say, like, he's not sure it's going to come to anything. We want Belieber. Belieber's still available next season. Obviously, we think next season is probably going to be more expensive, but that's who we want. So we said, bro, I don't think they're going to come to anything. So that's just him giving his opinion. I think Ornstein's number one out of all of them. And he just said that, yeah, like, if Man United bringing that alternative 6, we could, but at this expense, we just want Belieber. It may affect Belieber pursuit. So we want Belieber for next season. But like I said, the only team that can rival us is probably Liverpool or Man City. Man City, maybe if they look at Rodri and say, oh, he's getting 2, but they've got the Nico Gonzalez guy. I don't know. But Man City and Liverpool wanted Zubimendi. They still ain't gone for no one in that position. Zubimendi never came. So my thing is, that's the only 2 teams that can go in for him. So next season, if Liverpool get Isak this season, can they still go out there and spend another 100 million? Maybe they could, maybe they're not. They could just go and get Belieber, and then that's it. They've got their team pattern. So that's what I'm saying. That's the only people that we've got to look out for is them. So we'll see. Let's get into the next stuff, and then we'll get back into it. So we had this little link yesterday as well from Nathan Collins, little centre-back, plays for Brentford. Man United and Spurs have joined Liverpool in tracking Nathan Collins. Bees have no need to sell, given summer departures. Highly rated defender, new Brentford captain. I think he's all right. I don't think there's anything to him. He's anything mad, but he brings height to the teams. The aerial threat is another man that will help you be good on corners, scoring and defending, most importantly. So he's all right, but I don't think there's anything mad about him where it's like, yeah, he's cold. I'm more rate Branthwaite than him. I swear to you. I see Branthwaite like play a bit of football. Like he's a bit okay. Left foot, right foot. I'm more rate him, but is what it is, isn't it? This is just the link. This is the first of it. We ain't heard it from no one else. Obviously, Keegan's usually reliable for certain things, but yeah, this is what he's saying, isn't it? This is what's come out, so we'll see. This is some more Hjulmand links. Jay, this is more on it. You get me? This is the last Fabrizio said on it. He said, Man United are informed of Hjulmand's situation. He will be open to joining, but no concrete talks between the clubs. Sporting does not want to lose another top player. It will be a difficult deal. So Sporting have lost Gyökeres. Obviously, what's that geezer called? Quender's going Chelsea, next year? So yeah, they don't want to lose another player. So that's that, and that's posted the midfielders. And then we had this, the day before yesterday and whatever, and it was just talking about Indy Kayla, and he was talking about Adam Wharton is our first choice now, Hjulmand. So this is where all the Hjulmand stuff has been stemming from. This is why Fabrizio and Ornstein have actually had to come out here and talk about it. Because it's stemming from something. It keeps being said. This is on the 16th. Look at that. United are now assessing their midfield situation with Morton, Hjulmand, a player Amron knows well likely to be available. And then we had this little link about Agumi. I don't know this Agumi guy. Everyone keeps rating him. Everyone's talking about him, saying he's cheap. Let's go and get him. But I think it's more fan-based, pushed. It's more the fans looking at him saying, he's only 20 million euros. Let's go for him. I ain't seen no links from no one solidified coming here and linking us to this Agumi guy. And Hjulmand, it's come from Indy Kayla, it's come from Sistoni, which they're all right. But then Fabrizio's kind of shut it down and said, yo, it's a myth. It's not happening. So, yeah, it's open. We are informed on Hjulmand's situation. And I've heard he's meant to be about 80 million euros and Juventus are front line when it comes to it. So let's be serious. Are we really going to get him? I don't know. There's more on the Freedom 5. Look at the Freedom 5 now. We got Malacia. Finally, we've got some contact on Malacia. Finally. This geezer was sitting there for the whole window. I didn't see one club. All I saw was Saudi wouldn't mind taking it. That's it. Not one club in Europe inquired or anything. But Roma have made contact for Malacia as a left back during talks for Manchester United for Jadon Sancho. No green light yet from Sancho. We knew that was, remember, this is 17th. So this is yesterday. And then obviously we come out today that Sancho's not going there. Roma also asked for Malacia's deal conditions. Tyrell keen on the move. Besiktas also interested in Dutch left back. So have you not seen the difference here? Besiktas, who is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he wants all of our players. He wants Sancho. He wants Malacia. I think he wanted someone else as well. But Ten Hag don't want to take none of them. You see what's going on there? You see how my man's a pagan, Ten Hag. So that's the stuff about Malacia anyway. So Malacia, yeah, He's finally got a team that wants him. Roma, they've got 20 million there. They were willing to pay that for Sancho. Sancho said no to them. Give us a little 5 million or something. See you later, bro. Yeah, that's one of the Freedom 5 gone. We got Rasmus Højlund. Obviously, there's been bare talks about him going to Fulham, because obviously he's been linked with, who was he linked with before? AC Milan. And it came out that, yeah, Højlund might end up going to Fulham now. Blah, blah, blah. So all these talks have been brewing in the last couple of days. And then obviously he just shut it down and said no. Like, and that's a West London journalist. This guy here, he was good for like Mbumo when it come to Brentford. When it was Brentford, Fulham, Chelsea, he's kind of good. Taboo S. So this is what he was saying. And this is the stuff before where we were just talking about, look, the middle article is where it started from. Look. So on the 14th of August, it said Fulham are showing tentative interest in Manchester United striker Rasmus Højlund. The Cottagers are weighing up a move for the Denmark international as Muniz is the subject of bids from Atlanta. So yeah, man. So that's Rasmus Højlund. That's where it started from and it brewed from, but it's been kind of shut down now. So yeah, Fulham is a myth basically. They're wide of the mark. Maybe they don't want them. Muniz ain't even leaving anyway. He just scored. I ain't seen nothing about him leaving. And he's there. He's playing. It's not like he's not even playing or he's unhappy. He's playing and celebrating his goals and that. So I don't know. And then we get into Garnacho. Obviously, we know about Garnacho. He's going to go Chelsea. Chelsea want him. It's simple as that. And yeah, we're braced for an offer. Chelsea are saying they're going to try to get him cheaper than 50 million, which is a bump. You're just taking the piss. But we're determined not to let him leave on a cheap. We're saying we're not letting him leave on a cheap. No way. Madueke was 50 million. All these guys, he's got more goals than all of them. Gittins. So we want him to go for the same price. 45 should be all right. But if you're letting him go for 30s and that, you've been robbed. And that's what Chelsea are waiting for. Senior United figures believe Garnacho is keen to move to Stamford Bridge, which is the main reason why he's still at Old Trafford nearly 3 months after head coach Ruben Amorim told him to find a new club. Bare clubs are coming for Garnacho. A few, I think Aston Villa and Tottenham. Who else? Leverkusen, Ten Hag, but he's not interested. He only wants to go to Chelsea. And if you can see the bottom, that is the Argentinian international break. It's already said whoever's going to be there. And look, he's not even on it. So they ain't even got Garnacho in the Argentina squad. They haven't even put him on there. So they're not even rating him at the moment. And he's saying, a report came out ages ago saying that he doesn't care if he sits a year in the 6 months or a year in the reserves. He's only going to Chelsea. So this is what the attitude that he's coming with. I only want to go to Chelsea or leave me in the reserves for a year. I'm cool with that. This is what we're dealing with, mate. And the people are asked why we're not selling these players. This is the attitude a lot of them have got. So that's Garnacho. The man ain't even in his international team. And he's still just sitting around doing bullshit. That's the stuff about Garnacho. Stuff about Højlund. So no midfielder. We need a midfielder and Lammens or ain't going to complete. Yeah, that's what I said. I said the same thing. We definitely need a goalkeeper. I've been saying that for the longest. But I think the problem is none of these keepers are wanted by anyone. Bayende isn't wanted by anyone. You get what I'm going to say to you? Onana isn't wanted by anyone. They're not wanted. So that's the difference, Mike. I'm with you. I want us to get Lammens today, but they're not wanted by anyone. I'll get into the goalkeeper stuff now anyway, so you lot can see what's going on with the goalkeeper situation. And this is it here. So we got, look, Lammens could be a possibility if Manchester United decides to invest on a goalkeeper. He is the one they like. They've been saying this for ages. Ages. Laurie Whitwell's come out and said this. Ornstein has said this. Fabrizio said this. Ben Jacobs has said it a few times as well. He said, listen, it's going to be Lammens. Lammens, he prevented the most goals last season. He's only 23. He wants United. It's his dream move. We should do it. But like I said to you lot, no, we need to replace. We can't have 4 or 5 goalkeepers on the bench. So it's a mad one, man. I don't know, man. Buying there, hopefully we get someone that comes in for him and then we can just buy Lammens. But who's going to come in for him? This is the problem. And then we got a little article from The Sun, which I don't rate. I think it's bullshit, but because I'll just add it in so you can see it anyway, because it's Man United. And it's talking about Inter Milan. I'm interested in re-signing Andre Onana. Inter Chiefs believe he would be open-minded to a return, apparently. But yeah, like I said, it's The Sun. Take it with a pinch of salt. Don't get too excited. I'll take them with a pinch of salt. And then you got Jamie Jackson, who's just come out literally about 2 hours ago. If you look at the time, the last article, 3:45, whatever it says, 3:46. As it stands, it remains unlikely Manchester United to sign a new goalkeeper. And that's because we haven't sold one. Of course, it's unlikely. People are sitting there and just saying it like, we're just going to make to go out and buy a goalkeeper. It's been said from the beginning, we have to sell at least one of them to then put one of them on the bench or whatever. So, yeah, Jamie Jackson just come out 2 hours ago and just said that it's unlikely. And obviously, we're getting some more news coming out as well, saying the same type of thing about goalkeepers, the Alex Crook the Crook. Obviously, he's been doing the two-man step with Ben Jacobs all summer, so he thinks he's reliable now. So he speaks. So I'm going to share my screen with you in a minute, but Fabrizio's not saying nothing about it's unlikely. Do you know what I'm saying? He's just saying, listen, the stuff with Lammens is if we get a goalkeeper to leave, we will go for Lammens. Everyone has said this. So we just need to get a goalkeeper to leave and then we'll go for Lammens. That's all it is. So that's the situation, man. We need to get a goalkeeper to leave first and then we can go out there and get Lammens. Until we do that, everyone's going to say the same thing. It's unlikely we get it. Of course it's unlikely because we haven't sold anybody. So this is what I'm trying to say to you lot. So, yeah, but is that Ben Jacobs saying it as well? I'm going to share my screen and show you lot in a second everything else that's gone on as well. But yeah, it's going bananas, man. This keeper stuff, we need Lammens, man. We need this Lammens, 100%. We need someone else anyway, because buying there is not it. And remember, guys, even if Onana comes back and has a good spell, remember this. Onana can come back when are we playing Fulham? Sunday. He'll come back Sunday and he has a good spell. We're like, rah, Onana's changed. He's still going AFCON in December for a month. So either way, we're still having buying there to deal with. This is what I'm trying to show you, though. So it's long, man. We need to get rid of this guy, man. We need to get rid of this guy ASAP. And then we got some more stuff here about Ruben, just more about the Arsenal game and the interviews, etc. And he was asked about Tom Heaton, and he was offended about that. And he started talking about buying there. You've probably seen it online. And Sam C's come out and said Ruben Amorim has clarified to his players that he doesn't believe in a fixed starting 11. He focuses on team dynamics and selection criteria based on not just who starts, but also who can finish the match. Ruben Amorim views the bench as a decisive factor this season. He has urged his players to abandon the culture of frustrations that emerged under Ten Hag. Obviously, he uses the bench because obviously we're so intense now. If you saw how much we ran that game, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, he's on some intense thing. So give us all you can give us for 60 minutes, then I'm going to take you off. Don't worry. So that's what he's saying. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why he takes it so serious. Let me get a few of these comments and I get back into it. We need a midfielder. Yeah, man, we need a midfielder, bro. I don't know how confident we are getting Believer next summer, but I'm United. I'll go for Florentina Luis because also we got a box-to-box. No deep. Yeah, it's true. I don't know Luis, though. I don't know this geezer. We need to strengthen that midfield because right now, you rate Luis, though, innit, this guy? Jay, you rate him. Because you've said his name a few times now. I've never heard of him, though. Still no. In the trading videos, Dalo was putting in crosses for Sesko. He was saying cross it higher. Take Dalo off, bring on Ahmad, who crossed along the ground and tried to shoot. DeLong on Gyökeres. Yeah, he had Gyökeres in the box. If we were willing to bid for Believer, sure, there'll be some fun. No possible. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Collier's gone for a reason. If Collier's gone, surely we can get someone in, like a Hayden Hackney or something. And the next season, Casemiro leaves. Come on, man. One of the freedom fighters will be gone. Do you know what I'm saying? Sancho will definitely be gone. Then we could just get a midfielder. But I don't know, man. If we're willing to put a bid, yeah. I don't know. Got Garnacho and Sancho away from that, no sense of urgency whatsoever. They don't give up. They don't care. As you can see, Bob, Garnacho's not in the international team. World Cup is next year. He's talking about, remember, it came out ages ago and he said, I don't care if I have to stay in the reserves team for a year. I'm not leaving until I go Chelsea. Something like that. This guy's a joke, man. Joke, man. Then I don't see him. I'm in season. It was the Portuguese thing. Yeah, should have been sold in a player like Roger Fernandez. True. Yeah, the Sun. That's what I said. I always take it with a pinch of salt. You see the Sun? I will never come here and break a story to you lot from the Sun. The Sun can never be my thumbnail. Never. Something from the Sun. Never. You know what I mean? I will always just add it in to say, look, this is another thing, but take it with a pinch of salt. I don't believe it. 100%. Why do we need to sell buying for buying a goalkeeper? He costs us wages minor. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what Laurie Whitwell's been saying for ages. I don't know why either. I'm saying the same thing. If we got the money, but maybe we got too much players. Maybe if one of the players leaves, the freedom fighters, it opens up a space. I don't know. But they kept saying, they've been saying this from early. If we sell a player, more or less buying there, we can go out there and get a second in command, and then he'll be fighting Onana surely soon for the spot. Do you know what I'm saying? Because remember, Onana is going AFCON. But this has been getting sent for time. Let me. I'm trying to find it for you, but this is nothing new. They've been saying this for ages. What's this? Like, this is more. This is the little young boy who was gonna go and get. This is ages ago. Yeah. So yeah, man, we're gonna go for a goalkeeper if one of them leaves, man. Onana ain't going no way. He's injured and he's cost too much. So everyone was always saying it's more likely to be, what's his name? Bayandé. So the fact that Bayandé is not going nowhere because nobody wants him, it's just making it even worse now. This is what's going on. Let me share my screen with you and show you what else is happening because there's loads going on. Look, we've got the Hjulmand stuff that's just come out. I'll show you what Fabrizio said. Obviously, Napoli have gone in there and put in basically asked for conditions for Joshua Zirkzee. And we've said, yo, Zirkzee is not for sale. It's not happening. Napoli have direct contact with Man United today following Lukaku's injury. He's going to be out for 3 months or maybe even more. Napoli have asked for loan deal conditions for Rasmus Hjulmand. Man United want to keep Joshua Zirkzee. No talks despite links today. Clear plan by Ruben Amorim. He don't want Zirkzee to go. Yeah? This is what I'm saying to you. He's been wanting my man out for ages, Rasmus Hjulmand. That now he's not even getting minutes at all. He's fully exiled. Like, forget about it. You don't rate him at all. But yeah, so it's looking. I think that's the best place for Hjulmand to go. If you're gonna go somewhere and leave United, this is where Sancho would have went if he was smart. You go there. You got De Bruyne behind you. You got who did they get? They got a winger, a new winger as well. They got McTominay. They got someone else, man. They got someone else that's balling over there. Lukaku, McTominay. I can't remember who else they got, but they just won the league. Napoli just won the league. It's an exciting project. Go there, score some goals, rip it up on a loan. You can come back. Maybe your price goes up a bit more. Who knows? But Napoli is way better than going to right now than AC Milan. I'll tell you that for free. So that seemed like a good shot for him, man. Obviously, we would have probably wanted the money or obligation, but I don't know, man. I just feel like anywhere that he can just go right now would just be better for him because the way they're leaving him on the bench, it doesn't even make no sense for him. And he didn't want to leave, but now he's just on it. So we'll see what happens with that, man. We'll see what happens with that. So that's what Fabrizio's come out and said about this situation. We want to keep Zirkzee. And this is him just breaking it down a bit more. Yeah, it's just a clear plan from Ruben Amorim. We want to keep Zirkzee despite the links, etc. And then Ben Jacobs has come out and said the same thing, him and the crook. I told you, they're doing a two-man step. Everything you see about Ben Jacobs, the crook is always next to him. So the crook, when he talks these days, you've got to listen to him because he is, do you know what I mean? He's around Ben Jacobs. Napoli are considering a move for Rasmus Hjulmand in light of Lukaku's injury. 40 million asking price, but Man United could yet entertain a loan under the right conditions despite the preference to sell. They just want to get rid of him. They've given up on him. They're not on this joke thing with Hjulmand. They're on some, listen, you gave us 2 years or whatever. You're not it. We want you out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because some people are sitting there and saying, you know what, let's go out there and give him a chance at least. They're not on that. They're saying there's no point. I'm fuming. We are stuck with these two clowns. Ornstein says in the morning of the transfer deal, yeah. Ornstein, sometimes this thing does change though, innit? Because he gets new info sometimes differently. So 1 minute he'll come and say this, then the next day he'll be something else. So we don't know. So we don't know what he's on. Next time he might come out and say, we're in for a goalkeeper. I'm sorry, but we have no options for a decent goalkeeper. We need to get one. And if not, we are cooked this season. Lammens is good, man. I think Lammens is good for his age. You understand? He's not going to be any worse than what we've got. But it's just buying there. One of them needs to go, bruv. That's all it is. Just put Heaton and go. Heaton can't kick for nothing. That's the only thing with Heaton, guys. Heaton, I like him saving, but he cannot kick. It's scary. He can't kick for nothing. Literally, like, and it takes too long. Remember when we watched Tottenham versus Man United and Forster? Remember when Ahmad blocked it, it went straight in the net? That's what Heaton scares me. Like, that could happen with him. So I don't know. I hear that though. I hear that. Lammens is average. Why can't we get Donnarumma? Donnarumma's 8 wages. Wages are too mad. Why do you think Lammens is average, man? What's so average about him? Do you know what I mean? He hasn't even had his time to shine, but he looks like a good prospect. Why would you say he's average? What do you think's average about him? You reckon after that performance we can get top 4? Nah, we still need a midfielder, man, and we need a thing and a centre back. Sorry, and a goalkeeper. But let me tell you something. That midfield, that performance was very good for what we're used to. I was at Old Trafford when it happened, and everybody clapped for them. I couldn't tell you the last time the whole stadium clapped for a team when we've lost. Because if we lose a game, we're meant to lose a game knowing that we should have won or we could have won at least. And that's what they done. Do you understand? They gave it all in it. So you got to respect it. But I wouldn't go far as saying top 4 because it's a big team. I've always said this. Playing the big teams, I've got no problem. It's easy. When everyone was saying we got Man City, Chelsea and Arsenal, we're finished, I was like, no, I like that. Because playing the big teams is cool. It's the Brightons, the Brentfords, the Nottingham Forests, them teams, Everton, that I'm scared of. The teams that let you have the ball. That's the teams that it gets scary. Playing Arsenal and that, we're just compact. We're all next to each other. Casemiro go in the middle. It's easy, man. Ruben's got that sussed out. But when we're playing these other teams where they give us the ball and we've got to make things happen, that's when it gets peak. But I wouldn't go as far as saying top 4. How many players could we lose to AFCON? Ahmad and Bumo. Who else is going? Onana and Mazraoui. 4 players. That's who's going AFCON. Yeah, Mazraoui as well. And he's injured right now. So hopefully he gets up to speed and plays a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Donnarumma wages are too much. Trust me. Sell Dalot, get Roger Fernandez. Roger Fernandez looks good, man. Tato, return Ahmad to his natural position. Imagine him being on the left. Yeah, that'll be FIFA, man. That'll be FIFA. Yeah, he's a solid DM. I'm still not seeing him. Surely we'll be able for cheap. Okay. I still ain't seen him still. Laurie said our first believer bid was 55. What? No way. Where did he say this? 55.5. What's up with the Ornstein saying? I'm going to get back into it now, Rasmus. Just give me a second. I'm going to run through it and run through these comments. I'll get back into it. Whatever you missed, don't worry. I got you lot. Is it Tom Heaton leaving next season? We gave Tom Heaton a 1-year extendo just in case because we didn't trust buying them around already. That's the only reason. He was meant to leave and we said, you know what? We'll keep you for 1 more year just in case. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we ain't selling Xerxes. Xerxes ain't going nowhere. He ain't even been linked to no one. So in bid. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm going to look at the thing now. Onana will look for a club. If we sign agent putting a word, don't be fake shopping. Onana more in the first choice. I think it's Donnarumma's wages that are too mad, man. It's too crazy. Company came from the thing. Rasmus got to leave. Onana will look for a club. We should get... Yeah, everyone's talking about the Segumi guy. Like I said, the only links about the Segumi guy is it this? This. Look at this source. Look at this source, mate. Info Sevilla. Is it Sevilla source? I don't know who that is. Do you know what I mean? Would love to sign a game. Yeah, I don't know who this source is. So I can't sit here and say, get excited or anything. I only talk when it's the guys that we know. But that's the only link to him. Last time United, Lloyd's 1-0. Hope so, bro. That's not FIFA, bro. I had one. I said FM, not FIFA. I don't really know much about him. But yeah, man, this is the news, isn't it? So let me get back into this thing and I'll show you what else is going on. So what? Laurie Whitwell's come out and said this. And he said the goalkeeper stuff is not happening as well. Okay. All right, cool. Let me show you lot right now. I'm going to share my screen and show you lot what's happening. So Laurie Whitwell's come out and said a few things as well. Boom. Cool, let's start from here. The goalkeeper situation, this is an hour ago. And he goes on to say, listen, I've been told all along that a goalkeeper would be dependent on Andre Onana's future. There have been no indications that he would depart this window. They made a loan bid for Emi Martinez, which indicates they're not wholly satisfied with the goalkeeping department, but not to the degree where they'll spend 30 million. The Donnarumma stuff, that's not one they're going to pursue. There's caveats. You never know what's going to happen in the market, but I don't sense any great appetite to pursue that position because they have money elsewhere on the goals, which was the big point that they needed to address. We wanted to get goals this season. That was our thing, is let's change the attack for starters. And what he's trying to say is it don't seem like the goalkeeper situation is one that we've looked at and gone, yeah, we definitely need him. But remember, that can change any time. that can always change. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't mean anything. And everyone's seeing what's going on with Bayern there. And Ruben really had a little dig at him himself. Ruben came out and said he should have been a bit stronger. So people were saying it's a foul and all of that. He said, brother, it should have been a bit stronger. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Let's obviously go on to say a bit more stuff. This is on his podcast, Talk of the Devil. Go and check that out if you want to watch the whole podcast. Then he goes on to say this. And if United pulling out of the Belieber deal was a negotiation tactic, I don't get that feeling. They had club-to-club talks now as well. So there's been a courtesy call from United to Brighton to say we're not going to pursue this one and leave it there. Whether it's there, appreciate he's not for sale or whatever price a sale would have looked like. I think there was a point in negotiations where the Joe Pedro money, 55 plus 5, was raised as a possible fee, and clearly Brighton has said no. It's going to be more than that. That's where we're at with it. So he's just saying that got proposed, basically, that the Joe Pedro, but that's just negotiations bullshit, innit? You know, when you go in there and you just say something dumb, like, so what, you're not going to let him go for the same price as Joe Pedro then? You know it's never going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's just chatting. It is what it is. We didn't actually bid that. If we did, come and walk crazy. Like, we would have looked stupid. But yeah, that's what he said about that. And then we got into the midfielders, and he goes on to say, if Man United will pursue an alternative midfielder with the Belieber deal off, it's been getting a bit of traction. I think Wharton's been discussed, yeah, to a degree. Hjulmand is another one that's been mentioned. I wonder if they just wait until next summer. I wouldn't say that categorically, because clearly the midfield is one they've looked at. Athletic, dynamic. I wouldn't rule it out, but I get the feeling that Belieber was the one they would try and do, and I don't know if they'll go for an alternative now. So no one knows if we're going to go for alternative. We might just end up waiting and seeing what happens next season. And that goes back for me to show you lot about what Ornstein came out and said. And he said, I'm not sure the links with Hjulmand and Wharton will come to fruition. So he don't think them links are going to come and bring to anything. And that's Ornstein. Laurie Whitwell's this, but Ornstein's, come on, that's the big dog. And he just goes on to say, if Man United will bring in an alternative, he says, bruv, however, if they do at that expense, it may affect the Belieber pursuit. So he doesn't even think that we're going to put in an alternative. He thinks we're just going to go in and wait till next season and get Belieber, which a lot of people would want next season. Do you understand? Everyone got gassed for Belieber. Everyone was ready. Everyone was gassed about it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Not good. He's not good now. We have to go for Whartons or Lammens. So what? This Agumi guy's not good. This is what I said. Like I said, I've never seen him. My worry is Wharton will also be expensive. Exactly. People want us to go out there and spend 80 million or 170 on Wharton, and then next year go and buy a Belieber for 110 or something. Like, spend 200 mil on 2 DMs. That's mad. Do you know what I mean? And is Wharton even athletic? That's the difference. Athletic. That's what Ruben wants. He wants energetic players and athletic. I know Wharton's a good player. He's a good passes and all that. He's always passing forward and all of that, but is he athletic though? This is what I'm saying. So we'll see, man. We've seen the little links. Look, Laurie Whitwell saying that there's something in that, but I don't know, man. And obviously you had the Crooks come out and obviously said the same thing about the goalkeepers. He said that, it doesn't seem like we're going to go out there and get a goalkeeper. He doesn't think it's going to happen. So I don't know. It's crazy. Like, I just showed you like this. Let me show you that. Look. This guy don't care though. I literally just showed you like this. Now it's going everywhere. Look. Garnacho is not included in Argentina's team for the upcoming South American qualifiers. I told you, this guy doesn't care. And remember, he said what he said. Fabrizio came out here and said to you lot, he said, Garnacho has said he don't care if he's got to sit in the reserves for 6 months to a year. He just wants to go to Chelsea, nowhere else. So look at this. This is your mentality where you only want to go to Chelsea. This is what happens. What happens when Casemiro gets injured? Get me a DM, Jimmy. Yeah, it's mad. Can't face listening to that TLT podcast because there's no hope on transfers. Yeah, and I feel like, you see that podcast? I like it. I think it's calm because obviously I'm coming and bringing you like the news, but what they're going to say on that podcast is more or less things that they've already tweeted. Do you know what I mean? It's never, ever breaking news. But some people are going to take what he said about Wharton. We've looked at Wharton as the breaking news. There's someone kind of reliable. It's Belieber, Wharton, that's it. Else, Hjulmand, no one else. So underwhelming. I rate Hjulmand when I saw him at the Euro. So that's the Man United midfielder right there. It's easy. We need We need at least a stopgap. You can't wait until next season. Oh, yeah. So down with a bomb squad guy, nowhere, seemingly thing. Bro, we can never have good news for too long. Plus, I find it sus that we wanted to bid for Belieber, now all of a sudden there's no alternative. Maybe because we only want Belieber. This is what I'm trying to say. It's kind of like the same thing that happened with Liverpool with Zubamendi. Liverpool went in for Zubamendi, and then it didn't go through. And then they said, you know what, we're just gonna leave it there. You know what I mean? We're not gonna go out there and waste our time going for someone else. We're just gonna go there because that's the only person we want. Yeah, look, this is Ben Jacobs on the crook. They said the same thing about Højlund as well. But yeah, I think it might be a situation like that. Wharton is easy, 80 million easy. That's what I'm saying. Well, 80 million on Wharton and what? 120 on Belieber. Is that what we're doing? We need Champions League worthy players, not Europa. Wharton needs athletic partner. Wharton, new carrot, holding PM. Chelsea did exactly that with Enzo and Caicedo. It worked out fine though. Yeah, but Chelsea, they sell, bruv. They sell good. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea will sell a hotel to themselves. They'll sell anything. Chelsea on a different team. They're not like us. We're not like them. They can go out there, sell all their players, and Cuckoo's nearly got a club. Every single player. They're selling, who's that geezer called? Agbo Chukwu, when I was at Southampton for a year on loan, 20 million. We can just about get 20 million for Sancho. We're just about getting 20 million or so for Rashford. Come on, man. They sell different. They for Garnacho. If we do nothing in the next 2 weeks, it's very sad for a promising window. Garnacho away from everyone deserves. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Sancho. Remember you got last summer. We bid, then moved on, ended up getting him. Yeah, it's true. You reckon we're gonna end up getting Belieber then? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a weird one. But yeah, man. Let me summarize what's really gone on because it's not positive today. You get it? We've had a few positive days, but this one hasn't been positive still, right? Jadon Sancho has turned down the Roma move. He doesn't want the freedom. He said he wanted freedom. He screamed it out. Now that he can finally get some freedom, he doesn't want it. His agent said no. He said no to Napoli. He said no to Chelsea. He said no to Fenerbahce. And now he's saying no to Roma. Juventus is the only team that he hasn't said no to, but what is going on there? What's going on with Juventus? I don't understand. So we don't know, man. But as you can see, Besiktas are still waiting, and their transfer market ends on the 12th of September. The other transfer market, where we're all involved, ends on the 1st of September. So if the 1st of September happens, he still can go to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's team in Besiktas. So he can still go, but this is what I'm saying. The fact that he's even still here just shows the skeezer is lost. And he's had all these teams onto him. Joke, man. This is the goalkeeper situation. This is the latest stuff about the goalkeepers. And this Lammens could still be a possibility, obviously, if we invest in one and we get rid of one. That's from Fabrizio. Sasan, bullshit. More time they just talk rubbish. They said about Andre Onana. He might be leaving and going to Inter Milan. They want to sign him back. I don't know. We'll see. And then it said from Jamie Jackson, literally a few hours back, he said it remains unlikely that Man United will sign a new goalkeeper. He said it's unlikely. It's not going to happen. So I don't know, man. It's a weird one, man. That's Jamie Jackson. He's kind of good sometimes. And then we were linked with a centre-back, Nathan Collins from Brentford. He brings a lot of height in the team, aerial threat. I don't know how true it is. Mike Keegan, he's all right. I don't think he's ever broke any news when it comes to like transfers. And like he breaks news on like the Ineos and the Qatar stuff, you know, like stuff like that, like the political side of the club and stuff like that. He was the guy that everyone was waiting for, but I don't think he's ever like been the guy for transfers. But he's saying we're in for Nathan Collins, so we'll see what happens with that one, man. I think he's all right. I don't think he's anything crazy where we're going to be gassed over him. And then we got more of the Hjulmand situation, and this is the last thing that Fabrizio said about it, and he just said that he'll be open to joining. We're informed about his situation, but there's been no concrete talks. Sporting does not want to lose another top player, and it'll be a difficult deal. It'll be very difficult. So who knows, man? You will see what's going on, man. The Freedom fired Malacia. Roma spoke about him while they were talking about Sancho. This is the first club in Europe to come out and talk about Malacia. The first club. No one else has spoke about him. Apart from Saudi came out and said a little something, but I don't know if he wants to go Saudi. He is still a bit young. There was talks about Hjulmand Hjulmand going to Fulham. He's saying that's wide of the mark. This is a Brentford, Fulham, West London journalist. This is when it got said in the middle article. Simon Jones broke the news about Fulham. I'm looking at Hjulmand if Muniz was to leave. But as you can see, that's not true. So, yeah, that Rasmus stuff is a myth. This is the more stuff that came out about Hjulmand and Ugumi a few days back. But like I said, there's not nothing solidified. And Ornstein has just came out and basically said he's not sure where these links are even coming from. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even know if it's gonna get into anything. So we don't know. Adam Wharton, Hjulmand, etc. It could still happen. Laurie Whitwell said that their names have actually been said. So Laurie Whitwell works the same place, the Athletic, as Ornstein. But Ornstein saying he can't see it getting to nothing. Like, he can't see nothing's gonna happen. Chelsea picks up a guy called Badish. Yeah, they're different. Chelsea sold the best. No one sells players like Chelsea. Bray Ineos pulls a last-minute save to get Belieber. And that happened with Belieber. Maybe Brighton sub him at 70 because they can't get him injured. Conspiracy, bro. I just want a goalkeeper that will definitely end the Onana era. I don't want to make any chances. You know what I mean? How much? Yeah, same. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. You want someone that's just certified. I hear you. But I just want someone that can come in. Remember, if you get someone that's a number 2, like a Lammens, let him come in for now. Once he comes in, bam. Do you know what I'm saying? Nana's going to have these times where he don't play anyway. And you saw what Ruben was doing last year. 1 minute he's benching him, then he's not. He had the thing at Lyon. Then he benched Onana for Bayern Day against Newcastle. We lost 4-1. It's crazy, bruv. Bayern Day never came in for Onana and outplayed it. And we're like, yes, this is the guy that we need. Apart from the Arsenal game. Apart from that one game in the FA Cup where we beat Arsenal, there's not been one game, you lot can tell me, Bayern Day came in and took it, and we sat there and said, why have we not been playing him there? Not once. He came in for Newcastle, shit show. Came in against Tottenham, Carabao Cup, 4-3, shit show. So Onana is the best out of the bad batch. He's probably the best out of all of them. It's crazy, and that's even crazy saying it. Onana, no chance, man, when they put forward insulting offers. Ruin his career over a check. Yeah, Sancho's on a different thing. He's dating Sweetie now. It's gone bananas. At least we don't buy a Yogi one. We need a midfielder. Get into our box. Chelsea struggling to offload Jackson and Nkunku. And Nkunku, Bayern are putting at least inquiring though. Bayern have inquired about him with open talks. That's what I'm trying to say to you though. Brighton have open talks, and Jackson is... Has Newcastle signed a striker yet? Has Newcastle signed a striker? My head's going mad. I don't think they've signed a striker, have they? Because I know that Newcastle was going to go for Jackson. But I think they're in for Wissa right now. So they might get Wissa and then chill. Remember, Isaac ain't gone. I don't know. It's a weird one. But Nkunku, definitely. And you've got to look at this. We can't just judge off one or two players, Charlie. They are literally the best at selling. They are the different thing. They get rid of all their scrubs. Joao Felix, this geezer's going on loan, left, right, and centre. No one wants him. Every club he goes to, they just say, we don't want him. We're cool. AC Milan, we don't want him. No matter where they send him. Chelsea have bought him, we don't want him. They got 45 million for him from Saudi. Still sold him. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, man's in Southampton. Got relegated. No one's talking about him. I go watch. I don't even know his name. That geezer. 20 million. They got, how much did they get for Broja? Broja was about, how much was that? 15 or something? 20? Broja. They've sent him to Burnley. It's crazy. They get money, man. They get money. They do their thing and they get rid of them. They push them out. Push them out still. Maybe they go through the same stuff we go through, but their stuff's just not out. Maybe they're having arguments in changing rooms and Maresca and all of that. And he's saying, Guri, you're going to go. But they're not letting it be out, so they're not weakening their hand. Who knows? My bet is United by Herman and Emi Martinez is 40 million. Your bet is meaty. Well, don't see it happening. Yeah, exactly. They will get rid of them. They will actually get rid of them. Jackson will end up somewhere. And you just saw Napoli have put an inquiry for Hjulmand on loan. Let's say that don't work out or something. The Napoli thing, yeah, with Hjulmand. They might end up getting Jackson on a loan, bruv, or something. This is what I'm saying. They always make them go. That's one thing about them. That's one thing you got to rate about about Chelsea is they sell proper. They sell proper, so you got to give it to Chelsea, man. See if there's anything else that's come out. Negotiation tactics. Hjulmand is another one that's being mentioned. Yeah, man, this is crazy, man. We made a loan bid for Emi Martinez. We're never going to pay that money. Look at that. But not to the degree where they'll spend 30 million. We're not spending 30 million on no one. That's why the Donnarumma stuff is a myth. Because when they're saying about, yo, boom, boom, and Anana's not even leaving, it's not going to make no sense. But now Man United, they're cooking something in the background. You just don't know with them, innit? You think they're broke and then they'll just come out and just go mental. It's crazy. Midfield acquisition is serious, man. No plays. We need one ASAP. You can tell. Even when we're playing the mid-block as we played against Arsenal, we still need a midfielder. They'll just running through us at sometimes. Now, not this time, mate. We are done with incoming transfers. From the shit African man myself, I'll tell you for free, we don't bow out easy. Nana will not leave. All right, but exactly. That's what I'm saying. Adam Wharton, I'm taking. Yeah, 100%. Adam Wharton's a baller, but I don't know if he's at intensity, though. Is he going to run? And do you know what I'm saying? I don't see him as that player. I see Adam Wharton as relaxed. He scans. He knows he knows how to make the next pass before the pass he's even got the ball. He already knows where he's going to pass to. That's what I look at him. He's like a magician in that sense. But I don't see him as a guy that is running up and down. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what's happening with Mainu, right? They're saying that, yeah, he's good on that, but it's just, he ain't that intensive. So I don't know, man. I don't think we're completely done this, man. They're cooking something. 2 crap goalkeepers. Mate, it's crazy. It's crazy. We're the only team that's got garbage on garbage. Literally. It's peak, man. So that's more or less it, guys, man. Like I said, Roma, Sancho don't want to go Roma. We've got to sit down and do this all over again with another club. We're going to have to see who that club's going to be. But he's not going Roma. Ornstein's come out and spoke and just said, Adam Wharton and Hjulmand, you don't think that's going to come to anything. Belieber, we want him next year. So we might just wait till next year. We might not even get a midfielder. So for those that you're here seeing all these little links, caught offside and that, Ornstein's come out and said that, and Laurie Whitwell. Lammens, Fabrizio said if we are going to go for a goalkeeper, it'll probably be Lammens. Remember, those reports about Lammens, he's about 13 to 17 million pounds. That's it. That's all they want for him. So we'll see. Inter Milan are interested in re-signing Onana, but that is the Sun. So that's the Sun. Take that with a pinch of salt, guys. Don't ever watch the Sun and think, yeah, let me get excited. No. And then obviously Jamie Jackson's come out and said it's very unlikely that Man United sign a goalkeeper. So boy, who knows? We've got this about the centre back. What's his name? Nathan Collins. So we've got links about Nathan Collins. This is from Mike Keegan. So he's saying that Nathan Collins, we're interested in him. I don't know. I don't really rate him. I'd rather get Brandt for it. I'll be real. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with this. And this is more stuff about Hjulmand. This is the last that Fabrizio spoke about it. And he said that it's open. We're informed about his situation. He's open to joining. But there's no concrete talks between the clubs. And the fact that they sold Gyökeres, they don't want to sell another player. A big player anyway. Malacia, Roma's made contact with him. And then it says Fulham have inquired about Rasmus Højlund, are wide off the mark. There was this talks about Fulham want Højlund. This is where it started from the middle article. Fulham are showing it from Simon Jones, but it's just bullshit, basically. It's crap. So that's the situation with that. And then Garnacho's been left out of obviously the of the Argentinian team. So, mate, he's the one that's sitting there saying, I don't want to leave. I only want to go Chelsea. He's better make sure this Chelsea thing happens. So we'll see about that. And then Ten Hagen spoke about certain things. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing really much about the Arsenal game, etc. Yeah, I don't know. What's going on? What's going on? Is it crashing or something? Why is everyone leaving the stream? Yeah, is it crash? I don't know. It just done a little glitch on my side of things. I don't know what happened. It done a little glitch, but I'm coming off now anyway, so it's calm. Love for that though, G, for letting man know. But I saw a little glitch and I was like, what's that about? It's weird, isn't it? But yeah. So anyways, Amrin's come out and obviously basically just said, about the Arsenal game. He played behind there because he's played good in the past, etc. So that's about it. And then the midfield links, this is all it is. We're accessing Hjulmand and Agumi, blah, blah, blah. Man United will make firm inquiries for Adam Wharton. This is all a bit old, so I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, G. I don't know. Maybe it crashed. I don't know. But I'm about to come off anyway, so I summarized it. But I saw it though. It like dropped down. A lot of people was in the chat. It dropped down and it glitched. It got a little glitch, but it's cool anyway. It's more or less wrapped up. Love to everyone that's been inside. Appreciate all of you lot. Hit the likes on your way out, my peoples. Make sure you hit the likes on the way out. And it's crashed. Yeah, hit the likes on the way out, and I'll see you lot all in a bit, man. Love.
Got some celebs pull up local. You know we are next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it? I will take a photo now. But for now, I'm local. For now, I'm preserving beat, I'm more